So it's 2010, and my daughter is at the height of her preteen soccer career. And we are at the grocery store, and we're getting snacks because we are headed out of town to the mountains for a soccer tournament. I'm not sure how the snack bag has become a whole thing, but it's a thing, and it's a tradition now at our house where anytime we travel for sports or activities, we have to have snack bags for everyone in the car. So kids, their friends, teammates, and we stuff them full. And you know how they're really flimsy, the lunch sacks, and they rip at the top, but we keep stuffing them in. And I write their names on the front and decorate them with little symbols for each person. So my daughter is standing there, and she is carefully picking out every item to see if it's worthy of being in the snack bag. So, you know, the fruit snacks, and then the granola bar, and then the fruit to kind of be healthy, and then the chocolate and the gum. And I'm watching her, and she's got these two braids, and she's been like junior mom since she was 5, and she's got these bows in her hair, and she's just so mature and appropriate. And then I look past her, and her 3 younger brothers are down the aisle, and they are running and jumping and careening off the sides of things because Batman, Robin, and Spider-Man are gonna hunt down and find the evil villains lurking at the end of the freezer section. Raising boys is a whole thing. You add a 3rd boy, and it's like you're raising bear cubs in superhero costumes. Let me just give you a little glimpse into what it's like. So at the time, we lived in a house where there was a catwalk, and the catwalk overlooked the living room, so it was open. And my boys would just run that hall all day long. And so one day they're playing with our dumbbells, because that's what they do, is they're playing with free weights. And my oldest son just got his new Spider-Man costume in the mail. So he goes into my room, and he is just ready to reveal his full glory of Spider, just exceptionalism. And so he comes running out, and he's got the mask and the gear, and he's waiting for my reaction, and he puts down his spidey webs in just the right place and poses. Well, in that moment, my youngest son decides that he thinks it'd be fun to push the weight under the rail and watch it go down to the bottom floor, right on top of Spider-Man's head. Bounces off of his head, and this is what I mean. Bear cubs in superhero costumes. Okay, well, back to the snack bags. So we take off, and we head to the mountains. And it's one of those glorious fall days. I mean, truly, the reds, the yellows, the oranges, they're vibrant. And there's that little bit of chill in the air, you know, like when you know the season's changing, but it's not cold and you feel fall. So we're happy to be there. And before my daughter really has had a chance to dive into her snack bag, her team decides that they want to go swimming. So they go to the lodge and go swimming, and I'm cooking dinner, and the boys are running around. And she calls and asks me to come get her. So I go out to the car, and the back door is open on the driver's side. And I know exactly what has happened. The boys have gotten in the car and have eaten their sister's snacks. And I get in the car, and I turn on the ignition, and I'm thinking, how am I going to tell her? Because she's going to be so mad. She's already so mature, so appropriate. And now they're eating all her snacks, her prized snacks. So I'm thinking about this, and all of a sudden I notice a smell. And it's a really, really rank smell. It's like nothing I've ever smelled before. Almost like when a dog goes into a cow pasture and gets into like standing water kind of smell. You can't describe it, but it's like the worst. So I start to turn my head, and at that moment, I hear a low growl behind my right shoulder. and the hair on the back of my neck stands up. And as I complete the rotation, I find that I'm nose to nose with a black bear. So I jump out of the car, and I slam the door, and I shut the bear in the SUV. And that bear will not harm me or my children. It's just locked in there. So I am yelling, and the boys come running down, Batman, Robin, and Spider-Man. And you can imagine their excitement when they found out that we have caught a live villain, the Snack Bandit. And what the boys learned that day is that superheroes are not only in comic books. Sometimes soccer moms wear capes too.